we're hearing that PSG's main target is Ches. For those that don't know, aka Alexis Sanchez. And if they don't get him, they're looking at Aubamayeng. Now, let us dissect this, because before we dissect whether he goes to PSG and whether he fits into PSG, we have to answer a very simple question. Very, very, very simple question. Will Alexis Sanchez remain at Arsenal this summer? That is the £3 trillion question, or even 3 trillion naira. I cannot fathom how Alexis Sanchez stays at Arsenal. Because let us be very real right now, because this is a half of football quarter and we get very real. Sanchez is too good for Arsenal. And any Arsenal fan who doesn't have their head stuck up their rear end will know that, yeah, admit it, he's too good for Arsenal. He's too good. Because he's been acting like as a one-man army, and there's only so much that he can do. So, if he stays, Sanchez, is this team built to give you the trophies that your talent deserves? Do you really think you're going to win the Premier League this season when United will get better? City will get better. Chelsea will get better. Are you going to compete with that? Champions League, Real Madrid and Juventus, they're on a different stratosphere to whatever Arsenal could do. Even if they bring in flipping Zeus in the summer, even Zeus can't stop what Real Madrid and Juventus are on now. So, for Alexis Sanchez, I don't know what he's going to do. That's a very hard thing to do, because I feel if I was advising him, I always like to play that role. Okay, let's say I was advising him. If I was advising Alexis Sanchez, I was his agent, you have to leave. You have to leave. Even if they give you a crazy bumper contract, I say for Alexis Sanchez, because I believe in you and your talents, I'm here for the betterment of you, not just chasing money. I'll say, you are too good for this team. This team will not give you the trophies that you deserve, because you can win another league. You can win league titles. You can win the Champions League, and your talent deserves a Champions League and a league title. So PSG, the PSG project has been a flop. It's just okay. All this money spent, one of the most talented teams out there, one of the most expensive teams out there, and you can't sniff a semi. You can't give me a semi. You can't give me what? Now, Alex, see, it's unique. So let's just think about this systematically. Let's say PSG gets Alexis Sanchez. That still doesn't mean anything to me, because what's just as important is who is the manager. If you put Alexis Sanchez in this team, but with Unai Emery and the way that they play, does that change anything? Does that put him in a semi? I don't think so. So for PSG, I think the important thing is to get they need to get the right manager and the right coach. But for Alexis Sanchez, you see, Sanchez works best in a team that plays quickly and plays fast. That is where he works under the best. And Thiago Motta and Matuidi, they're not really conducive of that. They don't really play like that. And I think, which is why the Emery thing, it's not works for him, because Emery, you look at the plays he had for Sevilla, it was quick, it was fast, so he could play the fast counter-attacking football. He's trying to bring that into there, but I think with Matuidi and with Thiago Motta, even with Draxler, it's not really worked to that extent. But you see, Sanchez at his best is when he's at Chile. When he plays for Chile, that's just Sanchez on a whole different level. So if PSG are to get Sanchez, they need to change the whole team, because they need to build the team similar to what Chile are. That means your midfielders have to play quicker. They've got to be lighter, quicker, much more technical midfielders who play the ball, who really recycle the ball at a much more quicker pace than what Matuidi and Thiago Motta do, and even Krychowiak. So it really depends. It really depends on the coach that PSG have, and they've got to change their whole strategy. The strategy that they have, and I think the players they have, because remember, this really is still Laurent Blanc's team. And Laurent Blanc's system is very European, very balanced. You know, it's not quick, it's not fast, it's not sexy. And Sanchez has to play in a sexy thing. You look at Aubamayeng. Again, it's the same thing with Sanchez. Because the weird thing is that the way that PSG are built and the team that Laurent Blanc built, his foundation actually benefits a striker like Cavani. But Cavani is obsessed with Messi. Cavani, if Cavani is given a one-on-one, he's like, no, nah, I'm not scoring that. I'm sorry. no habla español inglés. So, let's get to the answer. Should PSG get Sanchez? Or should they really go for Sanchez, or should they go for Aubamayeng? If I was choosing between those two, I say Sanchez, because Sanchez gives you more. Aubamayeng changes the way that you attack, because Aubamayeng is a vastly different striker from Cavani. The runs that he makes, the way that he plays, especially and his speed and the character and the manner in which he plays, he's a very different striker. So PSG will attack it a whole different way. But with Sanchez, he gives you a whole lot more. He's an attacking winger. He's a dribbler. He's an assist maker. He can do free kicks. He can bring people into the game. He's a one-man army. So, but the key thing for Sanchez to work, if PSG are to get Sanchez, they need to change their team. Some midfielders have to go. There needs to be a total revamp, because this team, the way it's built, up against a Bayern Munich, a Real Madrid, so on and so forth, they will lose. They will lose. So PSG have to decide. Are you building your team to be a strong defensive team like Juventus? If you are, you need to get proper defenders. Are you building your team to be a full attacking force like a Real Madrid? Then you need to change your midfielders and you need to bring in an Alexis Sanchez, perhaps another attacking winger. Because again, it is very sexy if you have Di Maria on one wing, Sanchez on another wing, or Di Maria, Sanchez, and even Draxler as well. So for PSG, it's about the coach. And in my view, Matuidi is good, Krychowiak, these are good players. But you have to decide. This is the tough decision you need to make. Either, if we're keeping Matuidi, Krychowiak, and so forth, Sanchez won't work in this team. There's no point. If you want to get Sanchez and the best of Sanchez to really play to his full effect, then those players have to be changed. You need to bring in a whole different bunch of midfielders and therefore actually build this around Marco Verratti, and play a quicker, faster, much more intense, i.e. the Bielsa psychology of football. If you do that, then yes, PSG could then actually perhaps make a semi-final, but there needs to be a seismic total overhaul. But again, look, I'll ask you guys this thing. Do you think Sanchez stays at Arsenal? Why do you think he stays? Do you think he leaves? Because again, I don't know what he will do, but I will be shocked if Sanchez, at this stage in your career, you're not getting any younger, you will remain at a club who are not going to give you a Champions League or a league title anytime soon.